What's going on, guys? Dustin Wright here on how we're gonna get to 100%. So, today I want to do a little storytelling. I want to tell you why I dropped out of college, what were the reasons, why did I do it. Maybe this can help you find your path because I know when we graduate high school, we're a little lost. At least I was. So, if I can help you maybe find some direction through what I went through, that is what I'm looking for. Because why? I want you guys to smash the like button, turn on your post notifications, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe because I want you to get to 100%. So, without further ado, let's get right into why I dropped out of college.
Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. Don't pull up at 6 a.m. and cuddle with me. You know how I like it when you love it on me. I don't wanna die for them to miss me. Guess I see the things that they wishing on me. Hope I got some brothers that outlive me. They gon' tell the story, shit was different. Gas man.
Okay, guys, so why did I drop out of college? Well, I was just too smart for college. Wasn't for me. I needed something a little harder.
Don't you say that. Don't you ever say that.
I am so kidding. College is extremely hard. I really truly believe college is not for everybody. Now, with that being said, the way I experienced that, you have to take it back to my high school days, my days when I was in middle school. I really didn't care too much about school. To be honest with you guys, I wasn't a star student. I've said it before. I'll say it again. As you can see, I probably look like the troublemaker. Teachers weren't the happiest to see me when I walked in class. I think I was referred to as the class clown, the goofball, okay? But I had fun with my friends at school. That was the reason I went to school, to see my buddies. Hey man, what's going on? What are we doing this weekend? Yeah. What's the FCAT? The SAT. Now, later in my life, now, being in real estate, I've understood why school is very important and why those lessons were so important for me to learn at an early age. Because fast forwarding now, I'm struggling with things that other people don't struggle with. I did struggle with things that I normally wouldn't struggle with at the age I was. But because I neglected to really take and see how important it was going through those adolescent years in school, man, it really came back to bite me. So, college, okay? I graduate high school. I'm ready to start my life. Now in high school, I had 2 jobs. At first, I had a job when I was a junior, and then I had 2 jobs when I was a senior. So I was in the working field. I can see where this is going. I don't know what to do. Senior year, I'm in a relationship. I have 2 jobs. How do I get more money? Because I always knew I wanted to be something, I wanted to be better, but working 2 jobs, I was putting a lot of time in. I wasn't getting paid as much money as I wanted to get paid, and okay, it's time to go to college. Everybody's going to college. That's what you have to do. Society has taught me to have to go to college. Now, working these 2 jobs, I can't really go to school full time because there are still bills to be paid, even though I still live at mama's house. Right? Mom got bills too. You gotta help your mother. We love our mothers, okay? Now, how am I supposed to get the benefits from going to school full time, but still work the 2 jobs? So it wasn't gonna work. I'm just gonna go to school part time. Well, going to school part time is more expensive than if you went to school full time because there's benefits if you go to school full time. So okay, all right. Well, I work. I have a job. Okay, I'm gonna pay for it. Man. I've started the first 2 classes of college. First time I ever stepped foot on a college campus. 2 classes cost me like $1,500. I was like, man, you know how hard I had to work to get $1,500 to put in my savings account to be able to pay for those 2 classes? And I was just so stressed out. I couldn't even go to a nice college like UF or FSU or FGCU or something like that. I went to a local college. Not that there's anything bad about that, guys. Education is education. It doesn't matter where you get it. So, I go there. I take the 2 classes and, I am just not interested. This is not, because all I can think is how many more classes I have to take to get qualified for a program, for a job that I'm not sure if I even want yet. You know, I was going to be a respiratory therapist, or not a respiratory therapist, a physical therapist. You know, I thought it was cool, but I didn't really know. And what really bothered me was, how do I know I like the work environment after I go through all this school for one specific career, right? You put all your time, money, and efforts into this one career, this one degree, for this one type of job or a couple of jobs. But what if I don't like it? What if the boss is so bad that it's unbearable? Well, yeah, okay, I can get a transfer. You know, I did not like the concept of paying for so much school, investing in yourself, right? And then not really knowing what the work field was like. You know, not really knowing what it was like on the other end. So I really didn't like the concept of it, and I sold myself that college isn't for me pretty quick. Now, I'm making this video because I'm not the type of person to go to college. And the reason being, I'm extremely lazy. I am very lazy. And what I mean by that is, yes, I do work very hard, but I only work hard when I know what I'm going to get from it. College, I would have to work way too hard and spend way too much money and not get money for a long time, whether it be the medical field, whether it be any industry that I'd have to take 2 to 4 years and pay that time, pay that money for those classes. It didn't make sense to me. It just really didn't make sense to me. And I'm wired that way. And that's why I say college isn't for everybody, because we all have to find our own path. You may be watching this video to figure out, well, Dustin, what do? I don't want to go to college. I'm just like you. College isn't for me. Well, you have to find what is. You have to find what is. Because if you don't, you're just going to work at McDonald's. You're just going to be a waiter somewhere, get good tips on the weekends, do the cycle over and over again, and boom, you're 45. We got to break the cycle. Be 100%. 100%. You don't have to go to college, but some of us, we are wired to go to college. Some people in my life I've met, they are a stand-up 100% candidate for college because they can run through the books. They have very good study habits. They have the mind of a student. I had the mind of a troublemaker. I had the mind of a lazy person. Now, I've had to rewire myself, read books, study myself, really learn as to why I acted that way to become a little bit better. But even then, I'm in real estate because I know if I work very hard, well, I can get a benefit pretty quickly from selling a house or selling one to a buyer. So that's where my path took me. You know, I had other issues that did play in on that, like me having back surgery. That had put me into a spot where I had to think what I was going to do the rest of my life that wasn't going to put too much on my body. So I didn't go to college. I did go to college. I didn't like it. I dropped out. I wanted to be a real estate agent because I didn't want to work for anybody. I knew it was going to be hard, but I'm okay with the thought of hard work over a long time. I just want it to be worth it because I'm lazy. And it's okay if you are too. Just make sure that you're shooting for the stars so you know you at least land on a cloud. I know you guys heard that before. I know I'm kind of shooting everywhere back and forth. That's my personality. I'm sorry. I'll have more for you guys soon. Stay tuned. Let's get to 100%.